Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my MSI Z97 Gaming 7 motherboard unboxing review. I'm breaking this in 2 parts, basically because it's easier for me to upload, and also because my camera I'm recording this on sometimes runs out of space, so it's easier for me to break it in 2. So anyway, without further ado, if you didn't see the first part of this video, there is a first part that includes all the nice features in the motherboard and kind of a review of the box. Alright, so let's get to the unboxing now. So we're going to open this bad boy up here. And first thing on top here, you can see the motherboard, and I'm going to keep it in static cling for right now, but you can see it comes in its own tray, kind of like a lot of Wii products like the Wii U and the Wii come in their own little trays. Apple products do this sometimes too. Surface does this now too. It's a nice little touch. It's just a sign of a quality box. I also want to note that the inside of the box does have some graphics, and it's nicely painted or colored cardboard, not just your standard junk cardboard box. So again, a lot of quality little touches built into this. Okay, starting things off here, has a software CD for MSI. This includes the overclocking and drivers, which is nice for them to include. Next, this is something I don't see in a lot of motherboards. The last one I think had this was a ASUS Striker 2 motherboard. And it's little tabs to label things that makes it a lot easier if you start tearing your computer apart. You can actually know what cord goes to what without having to follow the cord. So, real nice little touch. Nice for them to include that for free. Next is a poster / instructions in a bunch of languages. Kind of the usual stuff. Really nice book. It's a user guide. Explains about a lot of the features, BIOS, a lot of things for overclocking. Explains a lot of the cool things like Sound Blaster Cinema and the eNIC for gaming and everything. Really nice for them to include that. And then, like, that's not enough. You got the little software application binder thing, the mini poster. There's actually another book. So you get a whole book here. Nice glossy paper to it. Lots of the usual information, but this is like how to build a PC essentially. If you don't know how to build a PC, I'd probably recommend you don't use this motherboard and you just buy one. Though I will say, building a PC, there's all sorts of videos on it. It's a really rewarding experience. I've built a number of PCs, and ultimately it's cheaper in the long run because actually instead of having to buy a new PC every year or two, you can actually just switch out parts, which makes it really nice. I mean, even things like the motherboard, it's great. You can actually upgrade your computer without having to trash the whole computer. You can reuse the power supply, you can reuse the case. Lots of cases you can reuse the RAM. I just recommend that go with the newest tech you can when you build a computer, because then when you rebuild the computer later or upgrade it or change it, a lot of the parts will be reusable. If you use the cheapest, oldest parts you have that you can buy on eBay or whatever, old RAM or whatever, odds are you will not be able to use them down the road because technology does change about every 3 to 5 years. Okay? Alright, so that's that. And then, of course, I always like these. These are kind of funny. I don't know if I'd really use this, although maybe I will now. I don't know. It's actually a doorknob thing, and it basically says, I'm not here because I'm not home, or I'm gaming, sorry. So, anyway, kind of cute. Just a nice little touch. They throw that in for giggles. Okay, as far as cords and stuff go, you get some typical cords here. You get 2 of these. 2 more here. And of course, these are the, I guess, the eSAT. These are for plugging in components like hard drives and, DVD players, Blu-ray players, etc., etc. So you get a total of 4 of those right now, which is nice. And then here is your SLI cord, and this is our adapter, and this is for 2 SLI. They do make these for 3 and 4, so you may be able to do that down the road. This is the back plate for the computer, which is nice. Has a nice quality, soft touch, springy feel to it. It's padded, which is nice. I believe this one does not light up like some of the ASUS ones do, but it's still nice. Nice quality, nice flat black. Very cool. This here is something really unique to this motherboard. This is that power adapter. This actually goes as a 4-prong power into the audio board, so you can deliver consistent audio power even when you're doing the most demanding applications and really using all the power you got. This makes sure that your power is consistent, and you can actually get good audio no matter what you're doing. So it's excellent. And then here we got some little adapters. This is the usual motherboard adapters for everything from power and lighting for the front your case, different buttons, reset buttons, power buttons, stuff like that, audio adapters. This is a quick fix pin, which is great. This basically, these here plug into this, and this plugs into your motherboard. So in the event that you want to like redo the motherboard or whatever, you don't have to unplug everything. You just take out this fast pin adapter, and then you can plug this back in, and that plugs all these little teeny cords in place without having to do each one one by one, which is great. And then finally, I really like these. Some people, I guess everyone likes them. What am I saying? This is like the emblem for your PC. When you build your own PC, oftentimes like every little component will give you, or at least quality components will usually give you some kind of case badge. And this is nice. It's metal, has a 3M sticky on the back. It's shiny, has plastic protective coating right now, which of course you peel off. But really nice MSI, just showing the world that your computer is endorsed by MSI. You have a high-end MSI gaming motherboard, the G series motherboard in it, which is very cool, and I'm sure I will definitely be using that. So anyway, that is my unboxing of the gaming motherboard, the MSI Gaming 7. I'm going to show you the motherboard in just 1 second, so hang tight. Alright guys, this is the actual motherboard itself, and you can see it's a very thorough, well thought out motherboard. And just a few little notes here. You have 3 that you can use for video cards, which is nice. And then some of these other mini PCI Expresses, you have 4 of them. And some of the other motherboards, even the high-end gaming ones I've noticed, like the EVGA, which I use a lot, oftentimes these here, they'll leave out. It's kind of a cost-cutting measure. I know that sometimes if you have a big video card in here, it'll be covering this up a little bit, so in some cases you may say, oh, well, it's not really usable, but it's a nice touch having it in there just in case you want to have the video cards in one spot or the other. It gives you more flexibility for what you're going to stick in here. Although when it comes to audio and stuff, this card is very feature-rich, so you probably won't have to do too much with them. Here's a little thing for the audio, which is nice, and then here's the killer NIC, which is really great for gaming. And then you can see here, what else we got? Nice little badge, nice quality. I mean, it has the same kind of metal badge look as this, which is very cool. 4 slots for RAM, so you can go ahead and do it in dual, which is nice. Front end bus, low end. Pretty much everything you expect. They talk a lot about their capacitors. I'm not going to bore you with a lecture about the military class capacitors, but they are nice, and I can tell you that I have had capacitors in the past on ASUS boards, high-end boards, like $300, $400 motherboards that actually do die after a few years. So actually, I've kind of got to the point where I kind of like the idea of having good capacitors. Down here, I should note that yeah, I got some reset buttons for overclocking. The overclocking genie, basically, if you're not real familiar with overclocking, one press the button there, you can actually overclock this board about 20%, and that includes the RAM, the video card. It's like a one-touch overclocking, which is very nice. And that is the motherboard. If you have any particular questions or need to see anything special on this motherboard, just let me know. Sorry for the shadow. Gives you an idea of everything on there. Alright, and that is my quick unboxing of the MSI Gaming 7 motherboard, which is part of the Z97 family of motherboards. And of course, this time, it's my weapon of choice. Haha! Alright, I'll probably do some more reviews later. If you guys have any questions about this or about building PCs, just let me know. I've built a lot of PCs, and I tend to review some of the parts, but not all of them. So if you want to see a review on a particular part or something, just let me know. I'd be happy to help you guys out, okay? In the meantime, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure and thumbs up and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.